we are now live. What's up, everybody? Everyone watching on the Facebook or the YouTube. This is Whiskey Wednesday. It's our very first one we're doing. These are our Patreon members. If you guys are interested in joining the fun, the link is right below. Patreon.com/Sellerman's Folly Whiskey. You can be a part of these Whiskey Wednesdays at any level of tier from $3 a month all the way up to $35 a month. So hit that link and you can join us today. We have a whole bunch of people with us today, people from all over the country. We're going to find out what they're drinking. We're going to find out what we're drinking, and maybe play a fun "Would You Rather" game. I don't know. That's my thing. During quarantine, I would go live all the time, and
Yes.
and do "Would You Rather's" because they were
That's
fun.
so fun, Nick.
Yeah,
You
they
got
were
to
so
start
fun.
with that
I know. I think a lot of you were my guests. Josh was a guest once. Colin, Caleb. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Colin, how are you doing, buddy?
Thanks for singling me out, Nick. I'm doing great. I am. I'm just going to tell you guys what I'm drinking right now because I want to talk about it.
Yeah, let's see.
Nick is probably the only person who's had this particular beverage. It is the. It's also funny, Drew, that you mentioned having that sherry finished McConnell's because I am drinking a Cabernet finished rye right now from Mad River Distillers distillery that Nick and I absolutely love and adore out of Vermont.
Yes,
And
Caleb's had it
so,
too. Caleb's had it
oh,
too.
Caleb, have you had this?
Yeah, Colin, I adore it too. I don't want to
Okay,
speak.
this is actually an adoration from the entire ownership of the business. Then, but this is seriously like maybe my second favorite bottle that I have at the house. Top two, top three, definitely top two, top three. If you like rye whiskey, it's really, really good on its own. But this, having been finished in a Cabernet barrel, it tastes like wine, like almost like chocolate. So it cuts through the rye flavor really, really well. It is absolutely delicious. My bottle is getting really low and I can't get another one. So it's a problem. Like you can't get this stuff anymore. So I'll type it out in the Zoom chat so you can see what it is. Like if you like, you guys have Google, you can look it up. But I'm doing really good because I'm drinking this today and I haven't had any of it in like months. So
Right.
cheers.
Cheers. Let's see, Drew. Are you drinking anything tonight, or what do you
I,
got?
I am.
What do you got?
But I feel like I'm cheating on Irish whiskey because I've been doing everything Irish whiskey here lately. And but I recently had I recently found out we have a Bruichladdich or had a Bruichladdich rep in town, and as we met, she said, "Well, I'm moving to Portland, Oregon, so I'm not going to be around, and I've got some bottles I need to get rid of. Would you be interested?" So she brought all these bottles of and I love Bruichladdich, so I was really happy about that. And one of the bottles she brought me is Port Charlotte, and this is normally there's a 10-year. This one's not 10 years because this is actually um, already a 7-year-old bottle. It hadn't been opened for 7 years, and so this is like tasting back when Jim McEwen, their legendary distiller, that was like in the last 6 months of his time with Bruichladdich. So it's one of my favorite whiskeys, and then to be able to taste one from the master is actually pretty cool. So especially since I didn't have to pay for the bottle. So yeah,
Nice.
cheating with an Islay Scotch tonight.
Nice. I love it. I love it. Let's see. I gotta hear from Becky and John because they are usually in the Syracuse, New York area, but they're in Key West, and they were like, "We are not missing Whiskey Wednesday."
I
And
need to know how Key West is.
yeah,
I've always
it,
wanted to go.
Yeah.
you know
It's
what's funny?
amazing.
We were talking. I forgot who I was talking to. Was it Jay McConnell? I think maybe in Jay McConnell where we it was like Sunday or something, and he looked up um, the weather where you guys were, and you guys were at like 87 degrees, and Syracuse was at like 98 degrees, and we're like, it's nicer in Key West. How is that possible? It's like nicer and like warmer in Syracuse. I we call this Whiskey Wednesday, and you're in Key West. You could be drinking rum. We don't care. We could, drink. What are you guys sipping on? How's your trip been? Did you guys get a bottle of something while you're down there?
Trip has been amazing. We drove down. We took our time.
We're having a little hard time hearing you. Just so
Can
you
you
know.
hear us?
And
There you go.
is that better?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Way better. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we took our time getting here. So we took 2 days to drive down. We stopped at and visited with Becky's brother and then Becky's friend, and we're basically gonna do that on the way back as well. But the weather's been down here. It's been perfect. It would rain for 5 minutes, go away.
But it's
Absolutely
humid
perfect.
as hell.
Yeah, it's humid.
Oh, you're there.
Even though it's like a lot cooler than back home on that one day, it's still like it's not pleasant as
Yeah,
far as
that'll kick your ass right there. That humidity.
it's not pleasant as far as humidity.
But to be fair, it is Key West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, Nick. How you doing? Aaron's in the pool.
There at the pool, yeah.
Oh, nice. In the pool. You're surrounded by water on
She is.
every part, but you have a pool. Love it.
So as far as we're drinking, I am actually drinking Jefferson Ocean HSC.
Oh, I love Jefferson's. Jefferson's is great. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good.
Fantastic.
It's really good over ice.
Yeah. That was actually a mystery whiskey on our podcast once. Was it the
Yeah, it
ocean
was.
one, or I think it was the chef, right? It was the
Yeah,
chef.
it was the chef's one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought H2C was on a podcast.
Ah, it may
It
have
was on the podcast. We did talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we happened to stay in the liquor store down here, and we're like, yeah, why not? I'm gonna try it.
Nice.
It's really good.
That's
So,
awesome.
I'm drinking my usual go-to strawberry vodka with sugar-free Red Bull.
Okay.
I just like the whiskey was just not hitting home today because it's so warm out and
Yeah.
it's so humid, and I'm like, no, I need something like really refreshing. So had to throw the Red Bull in there so I wasn't falling asleep. But Rob has something interesting.
I am drinking a THC
Oh my god.
from Botanical Brewing Company down here in the Keys.
Wow.
50 milligrams of THC in every bottle.
Does it taste like gummy bears? Is that what I'm looking at?
It tastes like gummy.
Oh wow.
It's- Red Bull.
like Red Bull gummy bears.
Oh my god.
And Aaron is drinking strawberry vodka with strawberry flavored water and a package of gummy bears in the
Swedish fish.
I love it. That's awesome. Rick, what's up, buddy? What are you drinking over there?
Hey, how's it going, guys? It's got a beer here. It's a double IPA.
Oh, nice. Who's it from?
Pineapple.
Beer
Oh,
Tree?
is it that's the Beer Tree double
Yeah.
pineapple?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that one is amazing.
Yeah,
that
one's
good.
They have a great brewery down there.
yeah. They're like in the Binghamton area, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's where.
Yeah, they were right next to where we lived.
Yeah, dude. I've been to both of their spots. They have like a downtown spot, which is just. Then I went to the brewery on my way back up from DC visiting my brother a few months ago, and the brewery is awesome. Really, really
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
place. Really great place.
I'm actually wearing a Beer Tree hat right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't
Nice.
really read it, but
Wow. Did you get it
yeah.
at the
How
factory? Is it-
ironic. I got it at the not the brewery, the other one.
Nice. Holly, are you here? She's logged on, but oh, there
Sure.
she is. Hi,
Yep,
Holly, and
sorry.
Kari's here. Hi.
We're here. Here. Something there. I'm feeling off.
I should probably get off my dating app.
Oh my God.
Hi guys.
What are you guys drinking over there?
Hey, John, I hope you're having a great time. We miss you. I'm drinking beer
Miss you.
that Becky bought me. Thanks, Becky.
Time. I got you.
I already finished off that twisted tea. So I am drinking iced coffee with salted caramel Baileys in it. And then I had this idea because I have 25 bottles of Auburn's finest whiskey in my, that I should put some of that in there, and it wasn't a great idea. It didn't taste excellent, but I didn't dump it out. I just no flavor it was. That's the thing. It's just I have a couple unmarked bottles, so
Yeah.
I could have been jalapeno for all I know.
That's true. For those that aren't usually part of our cocktail classes, in the upper tiers, you get to vote on a new type of whiskey that you want us to make. And a couple months ago, a lot of you voted on a hot pepper whiskey, and we made it. We made 2 different kinds. One was very smooth, had a great jalapeno flavor. We added a little bit of pineapple to it to sweeten it out a little bit, and it was very good. And then you guys wanted like death volcano once. So Colin put every pepper he could find in our barrels, and we aged them that way, and it was hot. So yeah, maybe you threw the very spicy hot pepper one in your caramel Bailey's coffee.
Affectionately known as what was it? HP2.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
HP.
Yeah.
It was actually a very good
That one.
drink.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh yeah, we will definitely be making more of this. Yeah, we absolutely will.
I should say a lot of you did like the very spicy one. My favorite one was the one that is like just a hint of the jalapeno is just absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I'm gonna steal the sunshine right now, and I'm going to tell you what I'm drinking. I have a little bit of McConnell's Irish whiskey. I know, Drew, you said you're cheating on your Irish, but don't worry, I got you. I'm
Good,
here.
good. I knew you'd come through.
Yes, I'm coming through. McConnell's is great. I've been drinking it for a while, and it's relatively new here. I've only seen it maybe the last like 6 months in our area. I don't know how long they've been. I mean, how long, Drew? Maybe you know this. How long have they been like in the U.S. as far as this new labeled?
I would say it's probably been 9 months since I did the interview, and I had just found my first bottle of it. It was funny because she agreed to do the interview, and I was like, I'd love to do a tasting. And then I said, I don't know where to get a bottle of this stuff. So it's not expensive. It's like $30 a bottle. Something like that.
Yeah.
So, but if you go on their website, it actually has a locator. So, and it told me it was a whiskey store right down the street from me. And I drove down there and they had it. So I was like, oh, well, this works.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah. So you can find it.
Yeah,
Find it that way.
you can find it everywhere. If I can find this in Auburn, New York, you guys can definitely find it in the Syracuse area. Probably, if you have it down there, Josh, you could probably get it in your area as well. Like you said, great bang for your buck too. $30 a bottle, and it's fantastic. One of my favorites. So yeah, that's what I'm drinking. I just got a new bottle, and I'm also talking to the brand ambassador over there, and we will be doing, hopefully, I shouldn't say, but we'll be doing another interview, hopefully sometime soon, with Sarah, who works at McConnell's. So it's gonna be fun. And Drew, is that, and you've already posted? You did that a while ago, you said?
I did that like probably about 7 or 8 or 9 months ago.
Oh, awesome.
I think,
For those that don't know Drew, he has an amazing podcast called Whiskey Lore, available everywhere, right? I think.
Yep.
Yeah, Spotify.
Yep.
I listen on Spotify. And go check it out. Really fun stories about our favorite drink. So go check it out. It's really, really fun. Josh.
Hopefully, really quick.
Oh, sorry.
Everybody listens to that podcast, one, because it is terrific. But let's listen to that particular podcast. And then if we get this interview, we can just ask all the same questions and see if the same answers come up.
Nice. Yeah, see if she.
Let's see or at least let's just sprinkle in some stuff, and then maybe we can invite Drew on and surprise, like we tricked you. That would just be terrific.
Yeah,
that would be so funny.
Yeah. No, I mean, when I talked to her and you hear that interview, I knew nothing about Irish whiskey history, and she filled in a lot of good ground information for me. And now I've been to 45 distilleries in Ireland. I've dug deep into the history. Now it's like I would be coming at it from a completely different angle where I would be challenging her probably if I heard her say something that was like, I don't know if that's quite true or not.
Right.
But no, she did a great job, and she's a wonderful person. And every distillery I went to in Ireland, when I would mention McConnell's, they'd go, "Oh, we love Sarah." So I mean, she's really well loved in the Irish whiskey industry right now.
Yeah, she's been great. She followed us first. I'm like, how did she even find out about us? This small little tiny thing. We barely have our permits in order right now. Oh, big news. Also, we got approved for our transfer and bond permit, so we can now. It's another big, huge step. And everyone keeps asking, what's the next step? And that was the big one. And today it was approved. So we will be doing some more experimentation with other whiskeys too. So it's going to be great. Blending is our next thing. So, Josh, how are you? First of all, I miss you, and I'm so happy you're here. Are you drinking anything tonight?
No, not tonight.
Oh.
Just hanging out,
Just hanging.
hydrating.
Are you drinking a water?
Yeah, man. I always got my water bottle with me.
I got a water right here too. Cheers.
That's the way to do
Gotta
it.
hydrate.
Absolutely. Actually, I have been drinking a little more than I usually do, just because I started part-time bartending.
Nice.
And so like most of the drinks that I make people, I haven't even tried myself because I'm just not really into mixed drinks or anything.
Nice.
So it's been kind of cool learning that. What are your thoughts? We use a lot of Knob Creek whiskey.
Yeah, Knob Creek is great. It's.
So we're going to be drinking in a half hour.
You're gonna be drinking that in half an hour. I like that. Was that Ray?
That's right.
That's right. All right, that's what I thought. Hey, how's it going, Ray? That's so funny. Yeah, Knob Creek is great. I believe they're owned by Jim Beam. I remember going to the distillery way back in the was it Andrea Doria days or something like that, when I was in a band and we were touring a lot. Really great stuff. They have so many different kinds now. I've only had the main the 120 proof one that I know a lot of bars carry. So I'm not super familiar with their product, but I know it's very popular. Have you been? Is that the one you guys have, the 120?
Yeah. I don't know. The 120 doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah.
But we have two different kinds. We have the bourbon and we have the rye.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
That's what's in the well, actually.
Probably the 100 proof. You think it's the 100 proof?
Yeah, it's probably the 100. The bourbon's probably the 100. That's I think the most popular one. I think.
Yeah.
They have a 120.
I think. Yeah, I believe they do. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know.
They do have a cast strength. I don't know if it's always 120, but there is a cast strength. Yeah.
Oh, okay. One of the mystery whiskeys we did last month, Caleb gave us what was it again? It was 137 proof, I think it was. I was just
so I don't know if it's that high. It was definitely around 130, I think somewhere. It was barrel proof. I can't remember the brand offhand.
Was it Larceny?
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
Thank you, Colin.
That was for those
I
of
just
you
wanted to do something a little different. I'm like, let's see if these guys know that it's stronger. Oh yeah,
It was pretty strong. Yeah, it would it would peel paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely peeled at least one layer of lining out of my stomach. So
oh yeah.
You have a lot of lining. You're good.
Yeah, I got more. Yeah, there's more layers here.
Next I'll give you guys Everclear.
Oh, God. I'm okay. Thank you. I'll pass. Josh, what's been your favorite drink to make, or are you saying that now that you're making these, are you going home and making them for yourself and just to see how you can make them a little better, or have you found?
Are you drinking on the job? Are you making two? You're making one for your customer, and you're cheers, and here we go.
Man, I wish sometimes when they're being generous, they let me try a tiny bit of any new beer that we get.
Yeah.
But they're super strict about it. Just it's because it's kind of a corporate thing.
Yeah.
But with my other job, we often have happy hours and there's free drinks. So I just use that as an opportunity to order things that I make people that I've never tried.
Cool.
That's smart. That's smart.
What's the
Great idea.
What's the one thing that you've tried so far that's been your favorite?
I was surprised how much I like mules,
Okay.
like different kinds, because like it for the Kentucky mule, like I thought that would be gross. I mean I know this is a whiskey space, so it wouldn't offend anyone. Well, like vodka seems like kind of obvious, like oh yeah, it would work good, but it works pretty damn well with bourbon too.
Oh yeah. There's also the Irish mule, which is usually Jameson or whatever the bar's well is. I prefer it with the whiskey, but yeah, we should do that for we haven't done that for a cocktail class yet. We should do that.
We haven't.
You know what else we haven't done for a cocktail class, Nick?
What's that?
Have Josh Haverlock as a guest bartender.
I know we should have Josh Haverlock as the guest bartender.
Yeah, I know. Now you're a professional, so it seems only right to have you indoctrinated into the club and teach us all how to make a wonderful drink that all of us and probably you, as you're making it, have never tried before.
Yeah.
It's very possible. You know, I ordered some basic bartending stuff, you know, like I got the shaker tin and I got the jiggers and I did everything to I actually, like, we hosted one of the happy hours at my other job. We just did it in our office, and we just like bought a bunch of liquor and just like hung out after hours. And so I brought in my stuff and got to practice a bit, and it was pretty fun.
It sounds like you have a wonderful job, or at least a wonderful office environment.
They just cut my team on Friday, and I'm the only one who survived.
That's a good sign.
Well, then it would have been a really good day to have a happy hour and drink at the office.
Congratulations, Jacob.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, good job making the cut.
Yeah, still employed.
Hey guys, you're all starting to break up a little bit here. So if I lose you, we're heading back to Ray's. So if I lose you, we're gonna try and reconnect. So
okay.
If I lose you, I'll be back.
All right, sounds good. While you're in the car and you can kind of we can hear you just fine. I don't know if you can hear me, but
yeah, I can hear you.
So my father's in North Carolina right now, and he is every time he sends a picture, he's at a different brewery. So what's been just talking booze related stuff? Like, what has been your favorite place? I saw you went to Sierra Nevada.
Sierra Nevada was an awesome tour. We did the tour.
Nice.
They gave you like 9 beers to drink, so you left with a nice smile on your face. It was awesome.
That's important.
Wow.
Yeah. And what was the name, Ray? This is Ray, by the way, guys.
Hey, Ray.
What was the name of the?
Hey, Nick. Hi, Ray. You're live on YouTube and Facebook.
We just visited another local brewery here, and it was pretty good. I did like a pale ale type drink, and Ray had a pilsner. We were drinking beer. Sorry, guys, but they were good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whiskey place they didn't have any whiskey. Yeah, we stopped across the street to a distillery. My plan was to surprise you with the distillery, but they closed at 8 o'clock, so we went across the street to the brewery, and they didn't even have whiskey. I mean, at the distillery, they said that's going to be another couple months, so we just decided to hit the what was it? Something Leaf, right? Yeah, Twin Leaves. Twin Leaves brewery. And the beer was good.
I'll give you a
beer place.
So I'll give you a suggestion because I'm from Asheville originally. If you want to go to if you want to go to a distillery, you need to go to Black Mountain. There's a place called Oak and Grist. It's about it's about 10 miles east of Asheville. But the town is Black Mountain, and it's Oak and Grist is a great distillery.
Oak and Grist, nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Is it right in town?
It's in Black Mountain. Yeah, it's in the town Black Mountain.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's where we were last week. Karen and I went there last week.
Okay.
And thanks for the tip. That's
yep,
awesome.
that's good.
Yeah, sad to say that Asheville's not great at distilleries, other than
no.
going out of town.
Yeah.
So it's a brewing town. It's definitely a brewing town.
It is a brewing town for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man. Stephanie and Glenn, hi guys. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Cheers. What are you guys drinking over there?
We went old school, so we're having Harvey Wallbangers.
Whoa, I love it.
Josh might want to listen to this one because this is a throwback to
1970.
it was created in the 50s, and I think it really got its name in 71 when we were born. So, no, not to show my age or anything.
I was born in the 70s too. It's okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, look.
But yeah, we actually finished our Galliano, so no more Harvey Wallbangers.
Ah, nice. Yeah, that's it's pretty much if I don't make too many of those at the bar. We don't have Galliano, but it's essentially like a hyped up screwdriver, right? Like yeah.
Yep. Orange juice vodka and the Galliano.
Yeah.
Is the only difference.
It calls for fresh squeezed orange juice.
What is Galliano?
Oh,
it's kind of it's got like I think it's like 16 herbs or something like. It's
Oh,
very
wow.
expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know. We only bought it because we were having we were celebrating. We had a party and we were celebrating the decades and different drinks.
Yeah, we did drinks from each decade from the 2000s back to the 60s. And
Whoa, that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, so every hour the music changed and all the drinks changed.
Wow, that's
How many
fun.
hours did this go on for?
Oh, we were here well after midnight.
Yeah,
We started
Okay.
like 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
So the number of drinks would have been pretty high.
Wow.
Yes, we hired a bartender for the night, so we just told her what she needed to make, and she switched the drinks for us, and so it worked out great.
That is so cool.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun.
That's awesome. I want to steal that idea so bad.
Yeah, I think we should. I mean, this is now in the public domain, so we have the right to steal
I gotta
this.
copyright this really quickly.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, I work at a movie theater. Like it's kind of a weird place to be a bartender, but we could totally do that. So yeah, we're gonna steal it in a variety of forms.
There you go. There you go.
Send us the royalty.
But yeah, we had
checks. We'll be happy.
we had costumes. We changed.
I mean, anybody could come.
Anybody could
any
come whatever decade they
to,
wanted, but we did every decade, so we would run inside and change.
Nice. That's awesome.
That sounds like the best day ever.
Yeah, it does.
It really,
It absolutely does.
We want to do it again.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
All right. Next time you got to invite me.
Just kidding.
You guys are all
You guys are all invited next time.
I guess you can invite these other guys too. It's okay.
Listen, you invite Caleb, you're never having another party again. I promise you. Speaking of Caleb, what are you drinking, bud? I know you said you ran out of whiskey, didn't you?
I did. I don't have whiskey tonight, and unfortunately, so I took that Long Auburn that we made. We made a cocktail. I made a cocktail a couple of months ago called the Long Auburn iced tea. And I put a lot of whiskey in it, but I didn't have whiskey. So basically, I have about a shot and a half of white rum, a shot and a half of Ciroc vodka, which is made from grapes, which is a little different than regular vodka. And I have about a shot and a half of gin.
You're going crazy tonight. It's Wednesday, Caleb.
I know. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's not just Wednesday; it's Whiskey Wednesday.
I got about three shots of triple sec in there, and then I topped it off with some cherry cola. So I'm working my way down. It's a big glass.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
So that's what I'm doing. Last night I had a little drink at Beacon Skiff. I went to see a band called Dashboard Confessional.
Oh yeah, I heard about the show. I heard it was good.
Who are they?
Yeah,
Ever heard of them?
I don't know, some band. So it was them, Andrew McMahon in the Wilderness. Used to be in something corporate.
Yeah, something corporate. I heard they did.
My brother was at that show.
Oh really?
Yeah. He sent me some videos.
The band that opened that I missed, which I didn't even know they were going to be playing, and I'm pissed about, is called Armor for Sleep.
I remember them.
Oh, they were great. Yep.
So I actually
Chris said that they were good.
Yeah, so it was a fun time. Anyway, I saw our Jared, who is part of the Patreon, who's not here tonight.
Yeah.
he was there, and he's just like buying us shots, and
Of course,
you know,
yeah, it
hanging
sounds like something Jared would do.
yeah, so we had a good time and had some good drinks there. And Beacon Skiff, I like, you know, pretty much everything they're doing. So
Yeah.
try some good stuff. But no.
For the out of towners, it's a cidery here in the Syracuse
Oh, yeah.
area.
It's a big cidery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually it's an orchard plus a cidery
Well, I grew up going
plus a
there.
distillery.
Yeah.
Picking apples there, basically. It was just an
Yeah.
apple orchard, and
Yeah.
they got huge. They have like, you know, huge bands coming through, and yeah, distillery, cidery. I mean, everything you can think of, basically.
It's amazing to see how that business has transformed since, you know, if you grew up in the area, like, 25 years ago, we would just go pick apples.
Yeah.
And now it's nothing like what you remember it. It's this huge operation. It's just amazing.
I hadn't been there in so long. There's so many different buildings now, and it's just.
And it's like 5 minutes from your house, too.
It is. It's right up the street. I live in Lafayette, and they're in Lafayette. So.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, let's do. I have a would you rather. I want to throw you guys your way.
Yes.
Now, this can go a couple of different ways here. We're gonna kind of close with this because I want to. It's whiskey related. Well, booze related. I'll open it up to pretty much anything that you guys, whatever your favorite spirit may be. And I believe, like I said before, I was bored a lot during the first initial lockdown of quarantine. So I'd go live with various people. I know Caleb, I did one with you. Josh, I did one with you. Kari, I did one with you. Colin, I did one with you. And we would just go live. And my dad, too. I forgot. I did one with my dad on Father's Day. And we'd go live, and we would just, the people that were watching would say, hand out a would you rather question, and we'd be live for like 2.5 hours just drinking and saying would you rather questions. So I thought it'd be fun to give you guys a would you rather. And the would you rather question is, and we'll go through everybody so you'll have time to think unless you're the very first person, is would you rather have an endless supply of, say your favorite spirit is whiskey, an endless supply of just the middle ground, let's say Tullamore Dew, an endless supply of Tullamore Dew forever, or 2 bottles of your golden, you know, your favorite bottle that you could ever, something you know you'll never even get your hands on because it is too expensive, you can't afford it, it's so rare, something you've always wanted to try, or something you've tried once that it's just your favorite thing, but you only get 2 bottles. What?
And you can't drink any other. That's it. That's all you get.
The rest of your life.
The rest, yeah.
So I couldn't go and get like some Jameson or whatever if I wanted.
That's a good question.
How big are these bottles are we talking?
Let's say
Like a 750?
Well, the endless
Pick it up
supply
for a
would matter.
lifetime.
Yeah. So the endless supply, it's just you finish a case, another one shows up on your front doorstep. One of those type of things. But let's say the 2 bottles are liters, just the average
Liter. So
Yes.
okay.
The average
Liter of cola.
bar
Liter of
size.
cola.
Yeah. So I believe when I asked this question to Colin in the Would You Rathers, so I'm gonna let you go first because I think you've already answered this before. So Colin, you go first, and then we're gonna go Caleb. We'll get the owners out of the way. Everyone else has time to.
I feel like you want to ask me because I wanted to play that trick on the brand ambassador in Ireland because I don't remember what I said. This is like a year ago.
2 years ago.
I know my answer.
I think.
Now,
Man,
if your favorite spirit is vodka, let's just say you get an endless supply of Tito's, right? But like or beer, your endless supply of I don't know, whatever the middle one that you're like, it's kind of, I know a bar will have it. It's one of those things. It's not your favorite, but they'll have it, and you will drink it. So you either have your endless supply or you have those 2 golden bottles of whatever it is that you want.
I'm gonna go with the 2 golden bottles.
Okay.
Because if there is something, well, I could cheat a little and say like, oh, I'll just, rather than a bottle, maybe I would just dream it up to be a cask. But that'd be fine. But if I had a bottle, or no less, 2 bottles of something that was unobtainable, I would probably, even if I had that today, I would drink that so slow it will probably outlive me. You know, like I don't have like a dream bottle in mind at the moment, but well, there's a few, but if I did, I would have them like very rarely celebratory occasions, and my liver would probably be happier. So
yeah,
that's what I'm gonna go with. It'd be like a small sip, you know, a little pour here or there, but I'm not drinking it every day. If I had like an endless supply, like they treated those like deliveries of like Bic razors in the 90s, then I would probably die of alcohol poisoning.
Jeez, really?
I don't know. I'd have so much of it. What am I gonna do?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Caleb, what do you think?
Okay, I'm gonna go with the opposite.
Really?
Yeah.
Explain
so
yourself,
you,
sir.
Tullamore Dew is an example. I think. It is. It's just like standard run of the mill. I enjoy it. I think it's a good whiskey for what it is. Yeah, there's whiskey that's far better than that, and yeah, I definitely want it, but I get such a small amount of it, and then I can never have it again. And I'm gonna finish it, Colin. It's not gonna take me my whole life to finish that. For me, it would take me, I don't know, let's say at least a few weeks. So, no, I mean, I'm being silly, but I'm gonna finish it after a couple of years or whatever, it'll be gone. And then, am I not allowed to drink anything ever again? Can I not taste whiskey ever again? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. That's a good question, because honestly, you could I guess my answer would be I would stick with the Tully, right? The Tullamore Dew. And if I could buy other things, I'm saving money on whiskey because I have this endless supply. So I could save up my money and then buy.
I think I know a kind of a compromise for this. It would be, well, yeah, you can have more, but it has to be anything less than Tullamore Dew. So.
Oh wow, that's a good.
You can after your 2 bottles of amazing whiskey that you go through, yeah, you can have other whiskey, but it has to be bottom shelf crap, basically.
Yeah.
You can still drink it. In that case, I might go with the expensive bottles. I know I'm creating another scenario here.
Yeah, I know. There are. I mean, if we're gonna go that route, right, and anything price point wise, anything under Tullamore Dew, I was like, you can still find some good price, things between $20 and $30 a bottle, which is the average price of Tullamore Dew, I guess.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's a good answer though. Rick, what would you pick? And also, what would be your dream spirit? Because I know when you first sign up for the cocktail classes and stuff, you're like, I'm not a huge whiskey person. You don't know much about it. What is your go-to spirit? Or is it beer? Or is it wine? Or is it lemonade? I don't know.
Hey, I love
it. It's usually Captain Morgan. So
okay.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Usually it's.
So I'm taking the endless supply.
Endless supply of Captain Morgan, dude.
Best deal in the world. Forget what the other stuff even tastes like.
Right. Yeah. That's awesome. Okay. Cool. Holly, what would you do? Let's say your endless supply is, I don't know. What would you say?
I mean, I'm thinking that this would be an endless supply of Trulies or one tea. And in that case, I'm going to have to go with the Trulies because I'm going to start miserable after I drink the twisted tea and I can't ever drink ever again. So there it is.
Yeah. Kari, what about you?
So I actually shockingly love dry reds.
Yeah.
So
me too.
Cabernet Sauvignon is $4,000 a bottle.
Yeah.
Or an endless supply of beer. I'm going with the 2 bottles.
Yes, I love that answer. Yeah. So you'd go with the 2 bottles of the high. What's the brand again? What kind of?
It's acres from Kylie Morgan Vineyards, I believe.
But wait a minute. Let's be clear that once she drinks those 2 bottles, she does not get to tap into my endless supply of Trulies.
Okay, we'll make that clear. We'll make that clear.
There has to be a written contract to make sure that's the case.
No, I would absolutely choose the 2 bottles for sure, 100%.
You could sneak some of the Trulies still, though.
No, right? No, she can't.
Don't tell her.
Yes. Also, Kari promised me this week that she's re-signing up for the Patreon, and I will text you first thing in the morning. You said wait till Thursday, so I'm texting you first thing in the morning so you can re-sign up for the Patreon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set an alarm to remind you.
Okay.
I'm back in business, guys.
Back in business. I love it. Drew, what would your answer be?
Well, you're torturing me with this question because the whole reason I enjoy whiskey is that I get to explore and that I can try different flavors and I can go, it's sometimes I'm in the mood for a smoky whiskey. Sometimes I want to just try something I've never tried before.
Yeah.
And taste something. So you've tortured me on both ends because first of all, I don't have expensive taste. Most of the whiskeys I think are some of the best that are made are all under $100 a bottle. So
I agree. Yeah.
For me, it would be, I could be happy with what I'm drinking tonight as my 2 bottles, but is this really worthy of saying that I'm going to give up a life of whiskey drinking? Yet on the other side of it, do I want to I don't necessarily drink whiskey for the buzz. I drink whiskey for the exploration. And so if I can't go out and try different things and really explore and learn my palate, then I'm going to take the 2 bottles because I don't need whiskey anymore.
Yeah, right. That's a great answer.
That's a good answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what those 2 bottles would be?
Yeah. Do you have, from what you've tried so far, do you have those 2 bottles in mind?
Well, if you asked me that if I just drank one for the rest of my life and it could be $50 or less, I would go with Lefroy 10 because that would be, to me, that's just, I could drink that all the time and be okay. Yeah. But no, I really don't. I like maybe a GlenDronach 15. Do I want to drink that for the rest of my life? Probably not. I'd get sick of it. It's funny, when I was younger, my mother got on this kick where she was buying me Life cereal all the time. And after a while, I said, Mom, why do you keep buying me Life cereal? And she said, because you said you liked it. And what she didn't understand about me is that after I've tasted something and I've liked it, I'm kind of done. It's like, okay, that's really good. If you oversaturate my palate with it, I just get sick of it. So yeah, I think that would be the hard part. If I did have that lifetime supply, I would probably then start getting into mixing it with other things to try to make it interesting because I just
good idea. Yeah.
could not drink the same thing over and over and over again.
Or you could just re-age it yourself.
Yeah.
Add 5. You get an endless supply, so just add 5 more years to each bottle.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the thing about Would You Rathers. They're supposed to make you cringe. They're supposed to make you go, I don't know what to do. So I'm glad I'm asking this. I know everyone's tortured by this question, but it's making me smile, so that's great. John, what would you do?
There we go. Unmuted now. I definitely would take the lifetime supply because, like you said, I can mix it with different things.
Yeah.
On just 2 bottles, and then that's it.
Yeah.
So I would mix it with something. Find different ways of, even diluting it or reducing it or whatever, just to make it different. I would find a way to make it different.
Becky, what about you?
So same thing. Like I agree with John. Like I wouldn't want to just be limited to 2 bottles for the rest of my life. Like what else am I going to drink? I got 2 bottles. That means I've got to limit how often I go out and how often I enjoy a drink and all those things. And I don't want to do that. So I'm not here to live my life with limits. I'm here to live unlimited. Right? Give me the middle of the road stuff. I'll take it any day.
Okay, that's great.
Wait, Rob's here.
Oh, Rob, what would you do?
I would take the middle of the road. Like, you could give me like an unlimited supply of like proper number 12 because I can learn to like shitty whiskey.
Okay. I don't think it's not necessarily shitty whiskey. A lot of people love it.
It's the only one I will drink. It's the only whiskey besides yours. Wait, would yours count? Because if I could have a lifetime supply of yours, Aaron would be really happy.
Sure, I think we'll be at that price point, right?
Then I'll take the endless supply of Sullivan's Flower.
Oh wow, cool! Love that.
That'll make Aaron very happy.
That's the first person who said the correct answer.
All right, let's shut it down.
It was a trick question, everyone.
Let's shut it down.
Shutting it down.
Yes, that's awesome. Stephanie, let's hear you.
Oh, I thought we got to answer as a team.
You can.
You can.
Yeah, you can.
I guess
You
I
can
would do
combine your
middle-
names.
I guess I would do middle of the road. Same reason. I don't want to be limited, and I want to have that endless supply just showing up at my door because that sounds pretty good. And middle of the road of anything at this point because I'm not picky right now.
Yeah. What would it be? Would it be whiskey? Would it be vodka? Would it be beer, wine? Like where would you go?
Whatever somebody offered me would be fine.
Oh wow, okay.
If it was lifetime endless, I drink anything.
Wow.
I mean, I shouldn't say it like that. God, that sounds bad.
Lifetime of Old Crow.
Yeah, Old Crow. Wow, yeah. So if you did get to choose the middle of the road, whatever type of drink you wanted, what would it be? Would it be a spirit? Or would it be beer, wine?
It would be a Long Island iced tea.
Oh, there you go. Endless supply.
All right. It have every
It
alcohol.
would be rum. It would be rum.
Rum.
Because
Okay,
that
great.
goes with everything, pretty much.
Nice. We got a couple of rum drinkers here. Like it. Glenn, what about you?
If it was an all or nothing approach to alcohol, I think I would have to go with beer and something middle of the road, because I think my liver would appreciate it. Cheers. Colin, I think said that, and I mean, I think it would be enough to get a good buzz on, and I'd appreciate it if it was something I enjoyed anyway. I can always go back to the old standby like
of course
Molson Canadian or maybe even a Coors Light if I had to, I guess. But
I love it.
But I'd rather be in the game rather than out completely.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, for sure. All right, Josh, what about you, buddy?
Give me the quantity over the quality.
You want quantity over quality.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about in terms of beer. Like, would you say middle of the road might be Yingling?
Sure.
I could get away with that. If that's the case, give me that.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a connoisseur of the liquors.
Yeah.
I think probably the most expensive thing I've ever tried was actually when we were in Dallas visiting Colin and we had Lagavulin.
Oh, the Lagavulin
I
16
think
bottle.
that's the most expensive thing I've ever tried.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's a tasty. I think that to me is one of the top tiers. Like you can't go wrong with a good Laga 16 in my opinion.
Don't do what I did though.
Yeah, the very first time, Caleb, I got to tell the story. Every time you bring it up, I have to tell it. One of the first times I was like, this is years ago, and I felt great. $80 a bottle for me was very expensive. I was like, I have enough money. I saved up for a bottle of Lagavulin 16, and I did it. And Caleb came over, and I was like, let's have some. And I didn't even pour it in a shot glass. I poured it in just a normal, rocks glass, and I was like, all right, man, cheers. And I'm just sipping on it, and I turn around, and it's gone and out of his glass. He goes, oh, I thought we were doing a shot. I was like, that couldn't have tasted good. Like, how could you shoot that down like that? He goes, oh, I thought we were doing shots. I go, no. Oh, it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I should have paid you $20 right there.
Yeah, I know. In a bar, that would have been a $16 shot.
Yeah.
That's okay. Great. Well, that's awesome, guys. Thank you guys so much for participating. We are just at that hour mark, and I don't like to go too much longer than that. So, if anyone's watching on, we had a couple of viewers on Facebook and YouTube. Our YouTube channel has 10 subscribers. We're going to try to get that pumping up pretty soon. So,
Pump it up.
if you
Yeah, we haven't
don't-
really ever used YouTube.
No, we don't. We post our podcast, which goes right to our Patreon. You guys have all seen it. That's mainly what we've been using it for. But we want to post these things, and if you can subscribe, it's just the link is below on the oh, you guys don't see it, but on the Facebook it's below. It's just /Solomon's Folly. And give us a subscribe if you're watching. Please go subscribe over there on YouTube. Go follow us on Facebook if you're watching on YouTube. Yeah, that's it. That's Whiskey Wednesday. We're gonna try to get some more topic ideas going. As our first one, kind of a trial period. Hope you guys had a good time. It was awesome to see everybody. Thanks. I mean, we had people. I mean, you guys were on vacation and you guys decided to do this. So thank you guys so much. The next cocktail class, we don't have a date yet, but we will get at that soon. It's going to be at the end of the month, and we're doing a margarita with bourbon in it. It's going to be great. Working on this homemade sour mix myself. I have to outdo Colin. He did one last year. Let's see if I could do it better.
I like the idea of maybe Josh hosting something at some point.
Yeah. Josh, you got to teach a cocktail class.
I'm down to embarrass myself. It's cool.
Okay, we're gonna laugh with you, not at you.
Yes. But yeah, that's Whiskey Wednesday, guys. Go enjoy the rest of your night in Key West. Everyone else have a fantastic night. We'll see you soon. Next month, we'll let you know the date of the next month's Whiskey Wednesday. So, cheers, everybody.
All right,
cheers.
Good night.
Great time.
Good night.
Night.